Nurse Allen coming to you today from Healing Healthcare Training Institute here in East Point, Michigan. Today I just want to do a quick little recap on the state certification process. Once you go to a state approved program here in the state of Michigan, you will be enrolled and you will get a username and password. Typically, the username is usually your email address, and then they'll give you a password. Once you obtain that password, you can go in and change to something that you can remember. But once you do that, your school will not have access to your password. They will have the username, but the password they won't have. Now, once you do that, you go online and you set up for your testing, your knowledge and your skills testing. You go online and you set that up, your knowledge and skills testing. I always highly recommend to students that they do the package where you pay the $175 for both at one time. You go in, you got to select your knowledge and skills, but at checkout, it'll bundle it into one-time payment for $175. Now, if you're not successful on your first attempt, then you may go back in after you take both parts of your test, and then you can go back and schedule the retake for the portion that you did not take. Now, testing does not end after you finish your skills and knowledge test with TMU Headmasters. You still have to go into the state of Michigan's portal, which is MyNates. It was a test question that asked about who holds our records, which is the Department of Health holds all of your state records for your CNA certification. So once you go into that portal, you then go in and create an account. We don't create an account for you on that portal. You have to go into MyNates. It's mynates.com. And you go in and you create an account. Once you create that account, then you pay the state of Michigan an additional $40, and then they will issue you your certificate. I always tell students, please make sure that you look at your emails and text messages just to make sure. At my facility, I always give my students a paper copy. I know some people like it in the email, but then I still get a lot of calls. I can't find that information, Miss Allen. So what I normally do is on the last day of class, I end up giving them that information. So what I do at the end of class, I usually give the students their skills instructions, their MyNates, how to go in and register and pay, when they can do so. I tell them on the last day of class, once I close you out in TMU, you're able to go in and do your state testing, schedule your state testing. I also give them the information of MyNates, and now they give you these continuing education hours because not everybody's going to work in the long-term care facility, because you're going to need your continuing educations after you complete your course. In 2 years, you have to renew. So every 12 months, you have to have 12 continuing CEU hours. So once you obtain those continuing education, maybe you work in home care or maybe you do private duty. But to maintain your license, you have to have continuing education. So I always encourage my students to make it a portfolio. So when they complete, I tell them wherever you work at, please just print out all of your certifications so you can build up your portfolio. So once you leave, you have all the information, and maybe you worked a job here and you got your 5 or 6 here, you got 5 or 6 there. And when you add them up, you may not have to pay for it, but maybe only need 1 or 2. Or you may have all 12 or all 24 that you need in the two-year period. But I also on State of Michigan, they sent me a brochure. I don't have it with me, but the brochure shows that you can get your continuing education through the state of Michigan. It's an approved thing that they have, because now as nurses, we have to do it. They used to go by the honor system, but now they want you to go into the system and pay for them. Just to make sure that you have them. So it's kind of a nice addition. I just pay my money for my continuing education, and it has all of the different ones that I may not have or I need. So I go in and I just pay the $50. It used to be here in the state of Michigan. Now, I don't know if all states do it, But I know the last time I renewed, which was I think this year was the first time I had to renew. The state of Michigan offers the CEUs, and they started it in March for the CNAs as well. So now, if you don't have them, because some people leave a job and forget to print them or for whatever, you just go in and you pay state of Michigan the $50. They send you your continuing education hours. You can complete those hours, and then you submit it back to the state, and then they have record that you have done your continuing education hours for your certification. So this was just a little tidbit because I still get phone calls. I had a young lady call me today. She wasn't even a student of mine, but she called me and she was like, she was lost on how to get her CNA license, although she passed both portions. And she said her school didn't give her anything. So I gave her that information, but this is just a little informative just to give you, once you finish taking your test, it doesn't end with the Headmaster's TMU. You still have to go on mynates.com here in the state of Michigan to obtain your license. Please click like, subscribe, and share if you like the video. This is just a quick informative videos, and I'll be getting back to bringing videos to you on how to pass your skills and knowledge test in the upcoming weeks. Thank you and have a nice day.